What's going on, my peeps? What's going on, my peeps? This is Ray coming to you live all the way from here. Where's here? Right chair. Ray's Corner Live. This is where I'm going to do this thing on Ray's Corner Live. I need you to hit that subscription. I need you to hit that notification. I need you to hit that follow. And listen, I know you ain't seen me in a while, but Ray's Corner Live is going to be dealing like, man, I'm focused. I'm focused. I got my Exodus Life Change page. It's up and rolling. Now, I got these books out. I got all these books out, right? I ain't been promoting them. But what I'm gonna start doing on Ray's Corner Live, I'm actually gonna start with one of my books, From Homeless to Housing the Homeless, a new innovative approach for housing navigators. Now, this is for housing navigators, and hopefully I can get them, flood them into this page at Ray's Corner Live. But this is not necessary. This is for people who have the passion to house people that are homeless, coming out of prison, substance abuse, or mental problems. And I'm going to take my time, right? So I'm going to start reading you this book, right? So that you can go purchase this book. The link is in the description. Not only that, just go type in Ray Wilkerson and go to Amazon and type in Ray Wilkerson. It's going to come to all my books. I don't even know the names of all my books because I ain't been really flowing with them. But this particular one, From Homeless to Housing the Homeless, a new innovative approach for housing navigators by Ray Wilkerson. That's me. See, because how people are housing homeless, how that old guard is housing homeless, don't work. Housing first, right? It only works if you work it right. And the problem is the old guard just want to put you a key and put you in a unit and check off you've been housed. I'm telling you, that's what they want to do. You're sticking a person, you're bringing them from homelessness, from an encampment, from underneath the bridge, from wherever that might be, right? With a mentality of where they were, and you're sticking them in a unit by themselves, and all these voices is going through their head. They bring all this stuff from wherever they was. You don't you don't house them properly. You don't put them in a house with furniture. You might give them a bed, a chair, and that's it. And expect them to have, the silverware, all the stuff, shades, all that, everything that a normal house should have. You have to ask yourself. And I asked them, now if you was moving in, would that would be the only thing you move in with? Now don't get me wrong, because I start off sometime with air mattress and stuff like that. I get it. But we're providing a service to house the people. Now, housing navigators, right, are the ones who do the landlord engagement, deal with landlords, deal with the clients, check out the neighborhoods, make sure the clients understand the lease, and all that good stuff, right? Let me cut on my air real quick. Hold on. You know? So that's what a housing navigator is. And the problem with the old guard, they want case managers and social workers dealing with the landlords. That don't work. But I ain't gonna go down that road. I really just I want to start reading my book to you guys. From homeless, me, moi, was homeless. I always tell people I was homeless for 3 years, but actually I was on the street for 3 years. But I was homeless a long time before that because my name was never on a lease, no utilities. And when they said get out, I got out. So technically, I was still homeless. All right, let's get this thing popping. Let's get this thing going. Then I'm gonna take my time. Sometimes I get too excited when I'm reading because that guy be downloading stuff to me, and I be thinking stuff. I be thinking stuff so fast. I think I say it and I don't. When I go back and look at the video, I'm cutting words off, cutting sentences off. So I got to do a better job. So make sure subscribe, hit the like button, hit the notification button so you know when I'm here. Right? All right. I'm gonna go with the preface. PERFACE. Get tongue tied sometimes. All right. Let me throw this up here so I don't have to keep looking down. All right. Let me do this. All right, let's get this thing going. Whew. There was a time when I didn't think I lived to see another day, let alone write a book. I was homeless, lost in addiction, trapped in a cycle of incarceration, and battling the mental storms that come from years of survival. I wasn't living, I was just now, this is not the book. I'm going to let you know when I go back to the book. This first, trapped in a cycle, trapped in my mind, battling, not living, just surviving. I didn't think I would listen, shootouts and all that stuff. I did not think I would be here to do what I'm doing now. I did not think I would be here to write a book. Let's get back to the book. But by the grace of God, I didn't die underneath that bridge. I didn't die in that park. I didn't die on that subway. I didn't die in that abandoned building. I didn't die in that crack house. I rose, and now I'm here to help others rise too. This book is for every housing navigator. I say a housing navigator, but it's for every person that wants to have a passion to house the homeless people coming out of prison, substance abuse, or mental clients. So this book is for everybody who wants to house. But I'm going to talk to the navigators now. This book is for every navigator tired of doing things the old way. Every case manager who feels burnt out and burning. Every human service leader who knows there has to be more. Most of all, it is for those we serve, the people we desire, not just sheltering, but healing. The people who deserves not just sheltering, but healing. You're going to hear me say this all the time. What you'll find in this book is transformative, kingdom rooted, real word approach that works, not just because it's innovative, but also because it honors the people it's designed to help. So here's the thing, you're going to keep hearing me talking about transformation. Our Exodus Life Change Pod program, where we train people how to do housing and shared living for this population. It's about transforming lives. It's not about just putting them in the bed and collecting their money every month, right? No, it's about transforming their lives. The one thing that was always lost with housing, the homeless and reentry and all that stuff is they forget we're dealing with people. That is forgetting in this whole equation. Let me go back to the book. This approach will inspire hope and ignite a new sense of purpose in your work. See, if I don't do this, I'll die. See, I'm not under no illusion. When I was on that second floor fire escape and Jesus Christ came to save my life, the scripture he gave me, Satan tried to sift you, meaning he was trying to kill you, but I prayed for you. And after you're converted, go back and strengthen your brothers. Listen, after I deliver you, after I take you through all this stuff, I want you to go back to the same people you were out there hanging with, the same people that was in darkness, and I want you to bring them into the light. I'm not under no illusion why I was created now. I understand there's a void in the earth, and God wants me to fill that void in that particular area. There are people assigned to me, and they will never see Christ. They will never get out of darkness. They will never see the light unless they see it in my life or they see it in your life. Let me go. Okay, I'm gonna go over the introduction with you. This is my introduction, and the title is "Rediscovering Purpose Through Pain." Woo. My introduction: Rediscovering Purpose Through Pain. Rediscovering purpose through pain. I thought those 20 years of my life was worthless, useless. All the trauma I was going through, all the depression, the anxiety, all the looks and the glares and the snares and the uselessness. But the trauma was taking me out. And I realized rediscovering purpose through pain, the trauma was my pain. But what I realized today is the trauma actually was my training to do exactly what I do today. To be able to go through every infirmary, I had to go through every infirmary of someone was homeless, the things, my mind, the demonic forces coming against my brain, all this stuff that was going through, I had to go through it. to be able to do what I do today. Let me get to the book. There was a time when I walked the streets with nowhere to go. Do you know how it feels to come out of a building and look left, look right, look in front of you, looking behind you, and it don't matter which way you go, you have nowhere to go. 3 years of homelessness, drugs coursed through my veins, prison bars etched in my memory, my mind a battlefield of voices, trauma, and hopelessness. But it was in that dark place that a seed of vision was planted. The stuff that I was going through, I'm out the book now. I ain't in the book. I'm just going to expound on this. That battlefield was my mind. The devil was infiltrating all those lies that I was believing about myself. All the all the voices. I was in a battle in my mind, but the only problem was in a battle it's two warring sides, but only one side knew that they was in a war, and it wasn't me. I didn't know I was in a war. I was in darkness. But in the midst of that darkness, one night sitting in that crack house, which really was my room, I got a voucher I signed every month, but my voucher was for a room, and every room in house in Camden, New Jersey wasn't nothing but a crack house. So in the midst of my room, after getting high and feeling bad, and I looked around and I said to myself, man, I'm better than this. That moment in darkness, a seed of vision was planted. Now I'm back in the book. A revelation, not just about who I was, but about who I was called to be. Someone greater, and I'm out the book, someone greater than what I was right then and there. I knew I was better than that. A revelation came that same, wait a minute, I'm looking around, wait a minute, man, this don't look right. This ain't familiar. This ain't where I'm supposed to be. I didn't get a revelation of who I was. I got a revelation who I was called to be, my greatness. What has gotten to me, has gotten me right where I am now. So this book is not just about my story. It is a kingdom manual, a call to housing navigators, case managers, and those working on the front lines of homelessness to shift their approach. We got to do things differently. We can't keep doing it the way the old guard has us doing it, not thinking about the people that we're serving, not understanding we're here to help them to help transform their lives. To not just stick them in a room or stick them in an apartment, stick them in a unit with a key and no assistance because we tell them, well, a case manager is going to come by and see you, a social worker is going to come by and see you. And rarely does that help. Rarely does that help happen or help. They come by, get you to sign off on something so they can get paid and they keep rolling. And that's not in all cases because we do have some great case managers. We do have some caring social workers. You're not just placing people in housing, but helping them rediscover their identity, their purpose, and dignity. To all my navigators and case managers and people who want to help the homeless and help those coming out of prison, here's the thing. We're not just putting them in the house, but we're transforming their lives. And what do we mean transforming their lives? Helping them rediscover their identity, their purpose, and dignity. Wow. Let me give you the table of contents, and my next time you hear me, I'm gonna be talking about chapter 1. We're gonna go chapter by chapter. I have 8 chapters. Here's the table of contents. Chapter 1, the power of purpose. Chapter 2, understanding the people you serve. Chapter 3, kingdom principles and navigation. Chapter 4, mental warfare and decision making. Boy, that's gonna be good. Mental warfare and decision making. That's where all is happening, baby. Right there. So you want to be with me when we do the chapter 4. You want to be right there because if you're going through this, look, listen, share this Share this with professionals. Share this with people who are having issues. Share this with somebody you can say, look, man, I need you to listen to this guy. He's been there. Chapter 6, a new approach to case management. Case manager, you shouldn't even be out there talking to landlords. You should be focusing on your client and focusing on case management. The navigator should be the one handling all situation with the landlord. You should not be doing no landlord engagement because what happens when case manager are dealing with landlord is a bunch of confusion. The case manager get burnt out. Number 7, chapter 7, building kingdom communities. See, we're trying to create a culture. When I try to house people in an apartment complex, let me work with the landlord. Give me a certain amount of apartments. Let me have one apartment where I can house one of my a manager that just oversees, doesn't run anything but oversees, and we create a culture. Because our 4-tier program of my Exodus Life Change Pod program, we have a 4-tier program that allows us to place people on their baseline. Supported living 1, supported living 2, independent living 1, and independent living 2. But we'll get down to that somewhere down the road. So that's what we have to look for. I want you to listen. We're going to be doing chapter 1 next. The power of purpose. All this is going to be in my Raised Corner Live YouTube channel. Everything's gonna be in this. Go on my books is gonna be in Raised Corner Live YouTube channel. That's simple. We're gonna get this thing in. We're gonna make this thing happen. We're going this new innovative approach. We're gonna tell that old guard, you gotta go, you gotta go. You're not helping people. It was good for putting a person in a bed, in an apartment, but it wasn't working. I had this guy, he was in an apartment for 2 years. He said he never unpacked. For 2 years, I housed some people. I took them from underneath this bridge, and they took their tent and everything. They took it and put it in the house, in the apartment. Everything that they had, they took and put it in that apartment because we didn't do them right, because it was an empty apartment. Oh, but we checked off the box, they got housed. Hey, look, this your guy Ray coming to you live all the way from here. We're here, right here. And like we always say at Ray's Corner Live, God loves you and I love you, and ain't nothing you can do about it. Hit that like button, subscribe, put in the comments, say, man, Ray, that was on time. Matter of fact, Ray, can you give me more information about your Exodus Life Change Pod program? Because I'm thinking about housing some people. Well, guess what? You're at the right place. Peace out. Holla. Until next time.